Hello and welcome to the Craft Witch Corner, where I yap and craft. My name is Dex and my pronouns are he, they. I know I look a bit of a mess. I definitely feel a bit of a mess today, so felt like it was staying in theme to just keep my my workout clothes on. Today I don't know if I'm even gonna post this video. I don't know if this is gonna be anything. But today, I am desperately grieving. And it came completely out of nowhere. I haven't felt this way in quite a long time. It's not any kind of Hallmark day. It's not like a death day or a birthday for any of my lost loved ones. It's not a day that I ended any kind of anything. It's just May 8th. It's just May 8th, just some random day. And I am just desperately grieving. It kind of started when I was working on some meanings for my charm kit, and I had texted my mom and just asked about some qualities of a loved one while they were alive, because I couldn't really find the right words to describe this person, and it just made me start to think. And that's a dangerous thing. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I just started to think about how much I missed them, and I just got really sad. And I just started grieving these 4 particular ancestors that I venerate and work with in my personal ancestor practice. They are all on the maternal side of my family, my grandparents and my aunt and uncle. I loved them and love them very much, and it is incredibly difficult to describe how I'm feeling right now. It is really hard as a trans person to grieve people, especially ones that I never really lived authentically with. I came out when I was 18, and 2 of these ancestors died before I turned 18, so I wasn't consciously aware of the fact that I was trans quite yet. And the other 2 are complicated. It's complicated. They knew, but it's complicated. I'm gonna try my best not to cry too much. There may be lots of pauses in this video, but it really hurts to think that, and like, these were pretty much my only extended relatives that I actually felt comfortable with and actually had any kind of relationship with. My paternal side is not for me, to say the least, when it comes to my living relatives on that side. I do not have a relationship with any of them. These were the only living relatives outside of 2 of my origin family members that I had any kind of relationship with. And they're gone. This is hard. I didn't really get to know them as an adult, and they didn't get to know me. These 4 people influenced me more than I can express. The person that I have become has so much to do with the people that they were. It just sucks that I never really got to be me with them. They never got to know me. Not that every single thing about me was fabricated or a mask, but so much of it was, because I just so desperately wanted to be loved. I so desperately didn't want my family to shun me or decide that I was evil or whatever. Being trans and being queer and being a system, and so many things about me are so against, or I don't know how to explain it. It's fucking hard. It's really fucking hard. And after I spent a while crying about my dead loved ones and grieving them, and the fact that I never really got to have a real, authentic relationship with them in life, I then started thinking about the living relatives that I grieve, because I no longer speak to them, because I decided that my well-being is more important than a family tie. It's hard enough to grieve the dead, but it is so much more painful to grieve the living. I want so badly to not care about these people. I want so badly to not think about them, to forget about it, to let it go, to not let it affect me. I want so badly to be able to just hate them because of what they've done to me, and because of how they've treated me, and because of what they think about who I am and what I am. But I fucking can't, and it's so painful. It is so fucking painful knowing that despite all of that, I still love them, and I still wish more than anything that I could be in relationship with them, that I could speak to them, that they could love me enough to respect me as a person, as a human being. But they don't, and they haven't. Until you can love me enough to respect me, I have to love myself enough to not put up with your disrespect. That's how I feel. I know that these things are hard for everyone, no matter what. There are so many reasons for breaks in relationships, and so many reasons for people cutting off family members, and it is not just a result of me being trans or queer. There are many reasons why I don't speak to the family members that I do not speak to. I think it is important to note that the majority of my family that I do not speak to, in fact, as far as I'm aware, every single one of them is of the Christian faith. And that plays a role for me. That plays a role for them in how they go through their lives and what they think about things. And it sucks that something that should be personal is used as a weapon against the people that they love. That sucks, and that hurts. And I am not against Christianity in any way, but I am against Christianity that is used as a weapon to harm people. I don't think that's right. I think your religion and your spirituality should be personal for you, and I don't think that you should be forcing that on anyone else, family or not, just because you believe it. I think it's great to have beliefs. I have beliefs. I talk about them openly, but like in this context, if you don't want to hear what I have to say, you're not forced to. You can leave a video if you realize what I'm talking about isn't for you, you know? When I talk to my mom, who is like very, very Christian, before I say things, I say, is it okay for me to talk about this? We have given each other the respect to ask for consent before discussing religious things, because we come from very different beliefs and perspectives, and we want to respect each other. It is possible. It is fucking possible. But it requires you to be secure enough in your own faith that you don't have to force anyone else to believe what you believe for it to be real. And a lot of people aren't at that place, and that's their business, not mine. I don't know what this video is about. I don't know what it's for. I don't know why. I'm just in pain. And I just felt like I needed to do this and talk about it and be real and open about it, because I know a lot of other people who are in a similar place. Not just for being trans or queer, but for other reasons too, and you're not alone. It sucks for all of us. I was feeling so upset, and then I went on a walk to the local trail, and I dedicated my walk to the 4 ancestors that I work with, and I just said, like, I love you guys, I miss you guys, and like, can you send me a sign that you're with me? As I was coming back from the walk, I saw four crows like kind of fly right above me, and I specifically associate 4 crows with my ancestors. I don't remember when or why this started. I have it written somewhere. It felt like a warm hug of like, we're here. And even when I was crying and being sad and grieving them and missing them, I could feel them just like come around me and hold me. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Yeah, it just felt like a warm hug. And while I was on that walk on the trail, I just thought through all my feelings about the living relatives that I'm grieving, and the people that I wish I could hate, but I can't, and I don't, and I love them. And how I really hope that someday we can speak again and we can have a relationship again, because I love them and I miss them so much. and it sucks. It just sucks. So yeah, I don't know what to do about it. I think sometimes the best thing we can do is just be fucking sad. I don't think every problem needs a solution. I generally, in my life, have been someone who has avoided my emotions as much as possible because they're very intense. And that is for a variety of reasons related to my many mental health problems and disorders. But I am finally at this point in my life learning how to just feel them and not let them get to that point of being so overwhelming, and just letting them be and trying to process them when they come up rather than push them down to the point where when they do come out they are so intense. And yeah, just let yourself be sad when you're sad. It's okay to be sad. It's just information. Our emotions are tools to help us understand what we need. And I do think what I need in this is probably to reach out to the, living relatives I still am in contact with, and be in community with them more and express my love and gratitude for them. Don't cry. And the fact that they have decided to love me enough to respect me. Even in the case of my mom, who, like I said, is very Christian, when she doesn't understand and it doesn't make sense to her, and it took time and there was pain in that. But at the end of the day, she chose to love her kid more than she needed to understand. Nothing could ever possibly reach that level of support that I feel. When people just get it and they just respect my name and respect my pronouns right out the gate, and they're like, yep, I see you for who you are, obviously that feels great. But there's something about someone not getting it and not understanding and not being able to see me for who I am, but choosing to respect me no matter what, that is so much more loving to me. Like, it's like, I feel like you are working so hard to show me the love that you have for me. And that is fucking huge. Being alive is hard. Grieving the dead is hard. Grieving the living is harder. It's all just hard sometimes. And we don't have to fix everything. Sometimes things can just be hard, and that's okay. I think that's just life. And that's just being human. I guess, might I suggest, instead of always trying to fix everything, sometimes just let stuff be broken until it's ready to be fixed. And be sad when you feel sad, and grieve when you need to grieve. I know this video was weird and a mess, and I'm a mess and whatever. That's okay. I don't want to be the kind of person who only shares the good. So I hope that at the very least, somebody found something useful or helpful in this. And maybe I hope that you feel that it is a warm hug around you in your grieving process. Anyways, I guess if you liked this video, give it a like, comment, and subscribe if you would like to see or hear more from me in the future. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay crafty and stay kind.